I was with the 569th Anti-Aircraft Artillery Battalion of World War II. That's what I was with. Well, some people kind of think anti-aircraft artillery. You know, they think of anti-aircraft, which is the air plane, but it's not. Anti-Aircraft Artillery Battalion is that you go ahead and shoot planes that's coming close to you. You take them down. This is my Purple Heart. And the story behind this was, when I was stationed there, we were there for 2 or 3 weeks while we were doing our training, not training, but being in France. We were in France. And then France is where the war was. And believe it, what happened was, we come into France to help others in there. They needed more help. And as we're coming on a dirt road, they have the trucks, the big trucks where the servicemen sit on this side and this side, and we talk to each other. That's what we did. And as we're coming up that dirt road, what I seen, I couldn't talk. I couldn't talk. And I looked at my friends, and they couldn't talk. Because when I was looking on the ground down there in the dirt, their bodies were laying there, heads, hands, and I just couldn't believe this. And we just kept going, and we could hear the guns going off. We're coming closer, and I told the fellas, please, have your guns ready, because we're getting closer to it, and they need help. So just get ready. Well, by the time we got to them, they pushed these Germans towards the Rhine River. Well, then that's what happened. But then what happened after that? At night we had to camp out. So we did. We camped out, and I was the one ahead that had the guards. I told the guards to get on one end and this end and that end, because we're going to have guards, because they coming in. You can't go to sleep. This is war. We can't. And then I remember saying one thing to him, and I want to mention this to you. I do. When I went training in California, and all the training, officers off them told each one of us, when it comes for a real war and you're there, when you give a countersign, and you have a countersign like George Washington Bridge, just make sure to say George Washington Bridge. So all you say when they're coming up and say, "Halt, who goes there?" Then say Washington. Now they say bridge. But that they can't say bridge, you shoot them. You mind, you say, because he didn't say bridge, you shoot him. I can't. Then we got it. We know what it was all about. Well, while we was there that evening, we were camping. Well, the thing is, when we were standing there, and the fellows kept talking to each other, the guard at the right, and it was starting to get dusk at night, he says, "Mr. Gautreau, somebody's coming up the hill." I said, "Well, give the countersign." He says, "I won't do it." He says, "It's a woman." I said, "Well, why don't you want to get?" "Well, it's a woman." I said, "Well, she could be a spy." I said, "I'll take care of it." And I said, "Okay," because why I said I'll take care of it, and why I'm in France doing this, I'm French. I'm French. And so what I did when I seen this woman coming, I said, "Madame, viens it." "Madam, come here." I told her, "Madame, viens it." And she started coming up closer and closer. And I asked her what she wanted. And she says, "Pain." When she said pain, she wanted bread. She didn't have no food. She says, "The Germans are down in a village down there." And I says, "They hurt anybody?" "No," she says, "that's the thing about it. They're going down towards the Rhine River." I says, "Well, then what happened?" "They took all our food. They just cleaned us out." And one fellow yelled at me, he says, "Get a paper bag and put a couple of loaves of bread and let her have the bread." And we did it. We put the bread in a bag. And these are the things that I think to myself today, especially today, I think about it. To me, we're in a war, and you wouldn't think something like this would happen in a war. Well, when she came up and got the bread, and she says, "Madame," and she looked at me, she says, "Merci beaucoup," which thank you very much. And she started walking away, and the guy yelled at me, he said, Bob, get her back. But Clarence was to my left. I was going through the woods, and I seen a little shiny thing on the leaves in the woods. And we all had to get ready, and I stopped. When I seen that, I stopped. And when I stopped, Clarence says, Bob, come on, we got to hurry up. They're shooting like crazy. We got to get going. Come on. I took one step. I was on a mine. And this is what happened. I just went up at my left leg and my left arm. I was on a bomb, and it was a bomb that I was standing on. Here a colonel came in, and this is what he had in a box, was the Purple Heart. He gave it to me on my birthday, mind you, unbelievable. Well, then from there I headed back to the United States, and I wasn't on a plane, I was on a boat. Things happen. Statue of Liberty. I felt great. I was home.